Hello everybody and welcome to another fly tying session with your host Scott. In this session I'm going to be tying an old classic called the Black and Peacock Spider. This particular pattern is very similar to the Black Magic, which is one of my best performing videos, if not the best performing video so far, in that instead of using just thread for the body, you use the peacock herl that you would use for the thorax for the whole body and the thorax. It is literally just peacock wound on a hook with a hackle, but I'm going to do it with a slight difference. What I found with peacock herl is it's a very weak fibre. It's only got to get a tooth under it, or you catch it with your forceps and the whole thing will just fall apart. So to try and help it last a bit longer, I'm going to be ribbing the fly with this black invisible thread. It's extremely fine. It's probably less than a couple of pound breaking strain. It's not fishing line, but it's very similar. So we're going to be using that just as a slight variation to help the fly last a bit longer. In the vise, I've got a Camazon B405 in size 14. It's my favourite size for these small black midge imitations. For the body, I've already mentioned it. I've got some peacock eye here, but I actually use these parts here. That's the peacock herl. And then for the hackle, we're going to be using an Indian cock cape dyed black. For the thread, pretty obvious really. Black in 8/0 uni thread. So we shall get started. I'm going to come in at the eye, just put a few turns in and stop, just enough so that the thread just doesn't slip off the hook basically. We're not bedding the hook fully. Then we're going to tie in our invisible thread or nylon. You could use normal fishing line if you've got it. This is extremely difficult to tie in. It likes to slip around the hook. It's quite slippy stuff really. So we shall try a pinch turn. Yeah, that's got it. And then try and keep it so it's on top of the hook. And then take it down to where the bend starts. And then pop that in the material, clip out the way. Then I would get two fairly lengthy. You don't want them too bushy. You want it to be fairly slim, the body, especially on a size 14. And we're going to tie them in at the thick end. Like so, and then we're going to take the thread back down to where we want the hackle to start. About there. Then we're going to wind our peacock herl together. We're not going to twist it, we're just going to wind it together. Down the shank. And then tie it in. I like to do an extra one with this stuff. It likes to come undone if I don't. And trim away close. Then I'm going to wind the rib the other way. And then tie that off. There's not a lot to this fly at all, really. It's definitely what I would call a beginner fly. Now what we want to do is find an appropriate sized feather for the hackle. Very small feather from the top of the neck, basically, on the cape. Tie that in. Grab your hackle pliers, and you want about 3 turns. You can do more, you can do less. It's completely up to you. 3 seems to be the magic number for me. And then tie that off. Trim away the excess hackle and brush the fibres back between finger and thumb, and then start to build your head. You're basically sweeping them back. And then whip finish. Nice dainty head on it. Not over tied, not crowded. That's the finish you're looking for. And there we are. That fly will catch fish literally anywhere. Anything small and black. If you're having one of those days where they're just not taking, then this might mean the difference between a fish in the frying pan and not. Or should I say, in this new world, a fish in the net, not the frying pan. But there we are. Varnish to finish. That is the Black and Peacock Spider. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.